It is a lovely night here in the Midwest, and the roof is open, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Taylor. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Taylor on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. The physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, it's Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Out of the gun now on third down. And going deep for Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Texans first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
With no score.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Texans 14, Colts nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
They're supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. at the 34-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's to the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Houston.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
He would have kept it on the ground.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
35-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And
he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got an open man, it's QT. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
First down.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Touchdown.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. As the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And the kickoff for Houston.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got room. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now with timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 11. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the Texans first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Back to throw here. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Texans 35, Colts 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Just like that.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check 13.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Texans 35, Colts 17.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's letting it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard
line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Max 42, Max 40. 19 tight, 19 tight. You got nothing.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Back at the
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
You won't this.
Out of the gun now on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
2-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
3, 2, 3. Mike 42, check. Mike 42. Hey.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks.
9 picks, you want that in a big.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Marked down back at his own 4-yard line. That's
back now in Indianapolis.
With the score,
so that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Gronkowski, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Complete to
a huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49. Colts 17. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 56, Colts 17. Ka'imi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the counter, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, That allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case,
4 yards.
fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Check. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Pick up the ball. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Come to my work.
And they take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
the tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
On the play.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to...